I mean, I just wanted to know. I mean, like, you don't have to answer, but like, how much do you make from these games? Like,
yeah, no,
like, 'cause if it's in number 10, I was thinking like, you know, like you got number 10. Is it for indie games? I can't remember.
So it was.
So before you answer that question, can you like go into what that means having a number 10 in the?
Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah.
No, great question.
I assume it's the 10th most popular.
Yeah.
So within the App Store, you have an overall chart. So they get every single app, and it's split between paid and free. So there's a free chart and there's also a paid chart. And within the free chart, because all of my apps are free, there's categories. So you might have travel, social, word, casual, action, and within the word category, my app was number 10.
It's well good.
Which was incredible.
Out of how many? Like thousands? I mean, I assume millions at this point.
So there's millions of apps on the App Store. So to kind of get any chart placement is an incredible.
Yeah, especially when the top 5 spots are usually dominated by Instagram, TikTok, and
stuff. Exactly. So to get
incredible.
Anywhere in the top 100 is remarkable. And in regards to your question of revenue, I think it really fluctuates a lot. On a really good day, it could be a few hundred. On a really bad day, yeah,
that's well good.
On a really bad day,
it could be £100 or 100 downloads.
A few £100
per day.
Yeah, and
I mean you're
pretty good.
You're making bank there.
But then. Conversely,
it fluctuates. So,
yeah, on a really bad day, I might get 80p. So it's not like give up
money.
your.
What makes a really good day?
£300 probably does it.
No, but I mean, like, what do you think contributes to a really good day? Because I know, like doing a pod, certain things we do contributes to a good day in downloads, and certain things we do will be a bad day. Like for example, we haven't released a pod in over a year, so. Our downloads are quite down, but then when we come back, then we get a fluctuate, and when we do certain marketing techniques, we get a fluctuation in our downloads and streams. So what contributes to your good days?
Yeah, no, I think that's
what makes it successful is what we're trying to.
A great question. I think whenever there's any feature. When there's any feature, so if Apple say, this is part of the new games that we love, or editor's choice, or game of the day, there's a massive spike in downloads, so more people are playing. And when it comes to advertising revenue, so the way that I monetize my apps is by in-app purchases, subscriptions, but also advertisements. And I think the thing with advertisements is that there's something called an ECPM, or effective cost per millennium. And that is basically a rate per 1,000 views. So the advertiser is saying, per 1,000 people watching an advert within your app, we will pay you X amount.
Is that for like those annoying 30-second ones that you can't quit?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, because we had one of them earlier, and and you just sat there and were like, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should be.
Yeah. So I think people, and it's a trade-off, because some people might not be able to pay for the subscription.
Or pay with your time, I guess.
So so you pay with your time with the advertisement. So that fluctuates as well. So you kind of want as many eyes and as many people subscribing as well to your app, and that will give you days where you have high yield, where you have lots of money, as opposed to no one's downloading your app, no one's engaging, no one's watching adverts, no one's paying for anything, and then you get those 10p days.
Well, I mean, a 10p day is alright if you're not doing anything about it.
Yeah,
but, because I mean, it's a really good passive income stream, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you've got a full-time job as well. I didn't get around to asking about that, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, in terms of payment, how does that work? So I know, what we do, there's
Wait, have we actually made any money from this?
Not a lot, but there's a certain payment days you get paid on.
I haven't had any money.
Yeah, we haven't. I'll talk to you while you're off it. But yeah, they pay you certain times of the month. Yeah.
Petrol money, Marlon. God damn. Oh, it's going my camera fund, didn't it?
But I just want to ask you, how does that work in terms of, do you get paid certain times a month? Is it every 2 weeks or whatnot?
Yeah, so the Apple financial calendar is really different to anything that I've kind of come across.
Is it one of those fucky ones where it's like the financial year starts in July?
Yeah,
it does my head in.
It's really bizarre.
I hate that.
So with the Apple stuff, I kind of really don't pay. It's like a surprise when I look at my bank account, which I don't really do that often, because it's normally
so much
not,
money in there.
Yeah.
Who has time to look?
Sitting there's like 1, 2, 3,
Too
4,
many zeros.
7 figures. Babe, is this
I
alright?
have that problem sometimes.
Oh,
There's
mate.
just too much money in
I
there.
have anxiety
You
about
have
mine
time.
these days. Jesus Christ.
So-
Look at it, it's just like, thank
So
God
it's
I
a,
don't have to pay rent.
mutual feeling. So that's why I don't like to look at my bank account. So it's a surprise.
Also, she's usually
Mine's more of a
mine's
mine's more of a nightmare.
It's and
Yeah, me and you just sit and have a quiet crisis meeting.
I'm just hoping to get to the end of each month. Like,
yeah, no, well,
I'm just hoping to get to the
without
end of the
that
month and
overdraft text.
yeah, the
With that-
minus,
with that-
the minus just right in the
So
end.
if you'd like to
Yeah, I
subscribe
get
to
like
our
a text
point,
message.
the subscription details are my bank account.
and
Yeah, I get like a text message like, "Oh, you're in your overdraft." I'm like, "Damn it!"
the struggle is real.
Yeah.
So I really pay it no mind because it just changes all the time. And with the advertising money, that's more formalized. So that's just every month towards the end of the month they send the payment.
How much do you get for like sort of per 1,000 ads roughly?
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah.
it's a conversation that we can have for a really short amount of time or a really long amount of time because
got a budget.
every territory has a different. So the Western world advertisers pay more. So if users were maybe in a lower cost of living country, then advertisers won't pay as much as maybe somewhere like Germany or Japan or the UK or the States. So in the UK, which is my primary market where most of my downloads are coming from,
I was asking the US.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah,
The-
it's like the US, isn't it?
the
Hello,
ECPM
About the same actually.
is about a tenner. So per 1,000 views, I would get £10.
Is that per individual?
So that's like
So that's actually no, on the whole, yeah.
yeah. So
Okay, yeah, makes more sense, yeah,
so
never mind.
if I was to get 5,000 views, that would equal 50 quid.
So,
The ones that I'm on are.
do you
like,
feel you're being ripped off in terms of your product you're creating on that store, or do you feel that it's a fair wage for it?
And do you feel like sorry?
Because just to like bring it back to our podcast, or even like being a creator, doing YouTube, doing TikTok, you're completely robbed.
I don't think I'm being robbed. I think it's a lot of hard work. I think it's.
I was going to ask about that.
I don't think anyone should get into making apps if they think that they can make easy money, because it's definitely not. It's a lot of hard work, but it's one of the most rewarding professions that I think you can do. Hearing people play it every single day, before their commute, or if they have 5 or 10 minutes to kill, is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, 'cause you were saying earlier.
Yeah. I used to play it on the way to work. I was doing it for a couple of months, just on the tube.
Yeah,
It's good. A good way to like wake up in the morning. A good way to exercise your brain.
It still spells.
Have you explained what your app
ASKS.
is?
yeah. So at the beginning, it's